Hello and welcome to Features and Facts of WinCC Open Architecture. Did you know that in WinCC OA video add-on there is a multitude of features available like recording, 3 streams per camera, PTZ control, and of course the fully integrated video widget with up to 32 streams? Today I am again happy to welcome Benjamin from Accellence Technologies Germany.
Thanks, it's a pleasure to be here again.
Ben, can you show us some of that features in more detail?
Of course. Thanks that you're asking, Markus. Let's start with configuring a camera in WinCC OA. We are starting here with the already prepared video project and opening the Video Object Explorer. Here we can add an additional camera as a new object. Select IP camera and first step, select the type. As you can see, we're supporting several types of camera protocols. Of course, the main industrial standard ONWIF. In my special case here, I select Access because our test camera here is the Access one. Next step is, of course, to enter the IP address of the camera, the username for the control connection, and my password. I also want to enter here a stream resolution because I want in the next steps also configure several qualities of the streaming. After all the settings has been entered, apply and OK, and you will have a video streaming.
But Ben, isn't this a PTZ camera?
You're right.
And isn't it possible to use standard hardware like that to control the PTZ movement?
Of course. To use the PTZ functionality of a camera, we need to go to the configuration, enable the PTZ, say apply and OK. And then we can use the PTZ functionality . Important feature for the video management system is, of course, also the recording of video streams. Let me show you how to configure that. As first step, we need to configure a recording session, as I did already here prepared for archive recording. And we'll do now as an additional recording session for alarm recording. The modes are ring recording, alarm recording, or linear recording. Ring recording, of course, is to define an amount of time for recording the material and dropping old content. Alarm recording is a special mode where you can define a small ring, discard it all the time until you trigger an alarm, and then to keep that for long-term archive. Linear recording is just to recording until the storage is filled up.
Ben, tell me something. I can read redundancy here on that screen. What happens if one of your video servers is failing?
Yeah, well, good point, Markus. As for example, when I select here failover redundancy, it's possible to select the several hosts or servers, and then they will take over the functionality if one of the servers are failing in the line of configured processes. Let's proceed with the configuration of the recording for the alarm session. We already set up here everything. I switch back to no redundancy in this case, say apply and OK. In this first step, I just configured now the recording session, and I need to attach the video stream of my camera to this specific recording session. Go to the configuration of the camera, here under recording, and say alarm. When proceeding, of course, when receiving more than one stream from a camera for several qualities or alarm or recording modes, we can also do that. As you can see, I'm configuring now additional streams with different resolutions and I'm selecting for this stream 3 here, the archive recording. Of course, aside of the Video Object Explorer, WinCC OA Video comes with several panels and examples to usage of the widget and the functionalities. For example, for your own implementation and integration in your own panels, we have examples here for the usage of the widget for live, with the options, for example, to change the layout and the scaling of the videos. Of course, also to use the recorded streams in a playback, we have an example here where you can have a look how to interact with the timeline and the playback functionality. Aside from using the video widget in your own panels, of course it's possible to build up video walls for big control centers using our display server. Let me show you how. If you like to show videos full screen outside of a panel, we have a display server running here, as you can see. This is a standalone display process. You can spread around on several machines, for example, to run big video walls. This process is running outside of WinCC OA and has a big benefit also that it's full controllable outside of OA by control code. For example, as switching the layouts and of course dropping new video streams on it.
I have one more question here. As all of our video streams, what we have, all the recordings are encrypted with our keys and the keys are stored in the WinCC OA environment, is it also possible to get to my video streams if I have no WinCC OA workstation at hand?
Of course, Markus. Of course, WiMAX itself also has the encryption keys. And as you saw with the video feature, we have a standalone video client named Display Server. And of course, for the operators usable, the WiMAX workstation. What I can show you here. As you can see here, as we have the display server, we have the also standalone native process called the workstation, which is feasible features usable for a operator. For example, the live streaming, the toggling of videos within a grid, including switching to full screen. Of course, for a camera with PDZ, the PDZ control, accessing archives for playback, and of course, accessing something like scenarios and sequences like that when switching cameras. All of these settings are visible here, are of course configured in WinCC OA. As you can see also, for example, sequences are configured here.
So as I understood from your explanations, it is exactly the same if we would have the video widget integrated in WinCC OA, or we have the standalone workstation, or we have the standalone video application on the video wall.
Correct.
All the features work, no extra things to do.
Yes, right.
That's great. I know there would be so much more things what you want to show us, but I think if somebody wants to know more, I also need to mention that there is, of course, a WinCC OA certified video expert training available, and this will be done by Ben himself. That's all what we have for you today. Have fun with WinCC OA video and see you next time.